Good evening and welcome to the 6th grade math curriculum presentation. This year, students will be studying a variety of topics within the math curriculum. We will be starting with rational numbers and operations, which will build upon the whole number operations they did in 4th and 5th grade and add more complex decimals, as well as delve a little bit into integer concepts. Unit 2 will look at multiplying and dividing fractions. Unit 3 will start their experience with pre-algebra with some introduction to expressions, equations, and inequalities. Unit 4 will then go into ratios, rates, and percentages, and then we will round out the year with geometric thinking. That Unit 6 on data and statistical variability, we will fit in where it fits best. It's a smaller unit, and we fit it in the year where it fits with our schedule well. Our math program uses Savvis Digits, formerly Pearson, as the digital textbook for the year. This program can be accessed through students' single sign-on with this Savvis EasyBridge logo. They must access the Digits program through their SSO. I will be utilizing other resources as well as other online lessons and videos, skill practice, warm-up, and challenge site. This first tab is where students access their textbook. It is organized by units. Each unit is divided into topics or chapters, and then each topic is divided into lessons, much like a traditional math book, but in a digital format. This middle area is where students will access their Digits assignments. It will include all the assignments that they have for a quarter. When students access the classes section, they will see 3 tabs. Not yet started means that it is an assignment that I have assigned, but your child has not started it yet, likely because I just assigned it that day. In progress means that they started and opened the assignment, but they have not completed the assignment. Sometimes it is because they had to run to dinner or take care of something else and they need to come back to it. Other times it's because they have finished it but forgot to turn in that small turn in or submit button at the bottom of the final page. And then once they hit that turn in button, it will land in the completed section. Much homework will be assigned through Pearson's. However, students are expected to show their work on Many homework assignments will be assigned through Savvis Digits. However, students are still expected to show their work in their notebook. If I assign a worksheet through Google Classroom, then students will be expected to show their work either on the worksheet. If I assign a worksheet through Google Classroom, students have a few options for showing their work. Some students prefer to print out the sheet and write on that sheet directly and then scan or take a picture of it to turn in. Other students open another app and can then write on the PDF using the app. Our district has just pushed out a new PDF reader and writer, which we will learn more about as students begin to do more homework. The homework policy is that homework will be announced in class and will be posted on Google Classroom. Homework is given frequently in math because practice is needed. If the assignment is through Savvis, it will still be announced on Google Classroom, but students will need to go into Savvis in order to complete the assignment. Daily assignments, as well as upcoming due dates for tests or longer term projects, will also be assigned on Google Classroom. Students should have a math spiral, a pencil, a correcting pen, and a fully charged Chromebook with them each day during class. Students will often be using calculators for some reason for many units. Students will often use calculators for units. Students will often be allowed to use a calculator. Phones are not allowed to be used for calculators, especially on assessments. I know this will be challenging for me to monitor during assessments this year. However, I do want students to be in that habit because in a classroom setting and for many standardized tests, their phone will not be allowed. So I want them to be in the habit of using either the Texas Instrument TI-30, which is what is on their class supply list, or in the future, the TI-84 graphing calculator. That TI-84 graphing calculator is not needed this year, but can be used if students already have it. Grades will be weighted with a bulk of their score coming from summative assessments, which are tests and summative tasks. Another 20% of their grade will come through formative assessments, which are again quizzes and smaller tasks to check their learning along the way. And then 10% of their class, and then finally 10% of their grade will come from homework and classwork assignments. I've already begun posting grades on Student View / Parent View, which is Synergy. If it is a blank grade, that means I have not yet recorded and it has no current impact on a student's grade. A TI would mean that the student has turned it in, but it is not yet graded. It again has no impact on the student's grade. An X means that the student was exempt or excused from completing the assignment. It also has no impact on a student's grade. A Z means that the student has not completed the assignment and it is missing. This may be due to a student fault or to a student absence. The Z does negatively impact a student's grade. It can be turned in for full credit if it was due to an absence. If, however, it was due to student error, then it can still be turned in for partial credit. Late work has not yet been started. Penalties for late work has not yet been started, but will be in the next week or two. For clarification, always the note if a Z is present to explain why the Z is there. I am still in the process of learning this new system as well, so I am not sure how parents and students view their grades, but more information will be coming to us soon. If a student receives a D or an F on an assessment, they can retake it and earn up to a 75%. In order for students to have that opportunity, they must first complete test corrections in order to reflect on mistakes that they made and get a parent signature. A form will be provided to help students. A form will be provided to help guide the students in their reflection. If students need help, it is really important that they receive that help, as their success is very important to me. Sometimes students might need additional help outside of our scheduled class time. If they are having trouble, please have them speak with me or contact me through email as soon as possible. I am happy to help. I have begun offering help on Thursdays at 2 o'clock, which is students' fifth period. Because that is normally their lunch period and they already ate lunch earlier in the day, this is more like a study work time for students. I will post a Zoom link on Google Classroom in order for them to access that help. It is optional. If it seems like more time is needed, we will explore other options in this new environment as it is new to in this new environment that is new to all of us. Please feel free to contact me at any time during the school year. You do not need to wait for parent-teacher conferences to discuss your child's progress. You can email me at Kathy_Malone@ipsd.org or leave a message at 630-428-7000, extension 5896. I have noticed I have been quite busy with remote learning and I do not have time to check my email during the teaching day before 2 o'clock. So please be patient as I get back and respond to my emails.